If one was born with a solar value of 11, that places one in the realm of the Jack of Hearts. This is no ordinary card. It's often seen as the sacrificial Jack, representing service, heart-driven creativity, and emotional idealism. But to truly understand how this energy plays out in their life, we need to look at their planetary companions, the 8 cards that form the framework of their deeper nature. So let's dive into each of them and see what they reveal. In the mental realm, Mercury governs their thoughts, their learning style, and how they communicate. With the 9 of clubs here, they're someone who think in terms of cycles, endings, and completions. They don't just gather information, they repurpose it. They may frequently find themselves wrapping up projects others started, or helping people let go of outdated beliefs. This placement makes them a mentally aware individual, but it can also mean their mind is often in closure mode, ready to shed the old and invite the new. Now, Venus, the planet of love and beauty, brings us the 9 of spades. This is one of the most karmic cards in the deck, symbolizing endings and spiritual completions, deep endings. In relationships, this makes them highly empathetic, but also prone to grief or letting go. They love deeply, but they may also be someone who's asked again and again to say goodbye or transform their relationships. This isn't punishment, it's evolution. With Venus here, love becomes a gateway to spiritual maturity. When it comes to action and desire, Mars brings the 2 of Hearts, a card all about connection. They're driven by one-on-one intimacy, but more than that, by the desire to merge with someone emotionally or creatively. Mars is already about passion, and with the 2 of Hearts, that passion is relational. They may likely pursue people, collaborations, or even rivals with fervor. This can be romantic, but it can also play out in work or art. They seek that spark that only happens when they lock into sync with someone else. Jupiter, our planet of expansion, sits here with the King of Hearts. And wow, this is a big emotional leadership energy. The King of Hearts is the father figure of the heart realm, wise, emotionally mature, and fiercely protective. When Jupiter amplifies this, they may find themselves growing into roles where they're called to lead from compassion. This can manifest as parenting, mentorship, counseling, or simply being the calm center in chaotic emotional storms. Love and wisdom, in their case, are abundant resources. In Saturn, we see the King of Diamonds, the card of material mastery and responsibility with values. This is their karma in a way. It brings lessons through leadership, finances, or personal worth. Saturn often brings challenges, and with the King of Diamonds, the challenge is often knowing their true value without becoming rigid or controlling. They're asked to mature their relationship with success, not just to achieve it, but to embody it responsibly. Others will look to them to set the bar. Uranus shakes things up, and the 6 of Hearts brings balance, destiny, and fairness into the realm of personal freedom. This placement may make them an unconventional peacemaker. They don't fight for peace, they design for it. They may rebel against injustice, not loudly, but with strategic love. There's a quiet idealism here. They dream of fair relationships and karmic balance, and they're wired to surprise people with how centered and loving their rebellions are. Now we turn to Neptune, the planet of dreams, illusions, and spiritual longings. And here we find the 4 of clubs, a card of mental stability, order, and logic. It's an interesting pairing. They long for mental peace, for certainty in the midst of mystery. This card keeps their dreams grounded. They may fantasize, sure, but there's always a spreadsheet nearby. They may struggle with escapism if their environment is too chaotic, but give them a system and their vision becomes a reality. And finally, Pluto, transformation, ego, death, the deepest layer. With the Two of Diamonds here, they're being asked to evolve their relationship with value exchange, especially in one-on-one settings. This could be business partnerships, shared resources, or how they merge their mission with another's. Pluto here says they must learn to collaborate without losing their power. It's not about compromise, it's about co-creation. And that might be their biggest transformation yet. So, the Jack of Hearts, their path is no small task. They're here to love wisely, to lead with empathy, and to navigate deep personal change with grace. Their planetary spread brings both challenges and gifts, an invitation to grow beyond the romantic idealism of their birth card and into someone who anchors real, heart-led transformation. Remember, their power isn't just in service, it's in knowing when to say yes and when to lovingly let go. You've got this.